So now I'm going to focus on the Oracle Road apartments, and you can go to the next slide. These are the apartments that we lowered in height and intensity. We were suggesting a height as high as 80 feet in this area, and it's now down to 50% of this building will be at 49 feet, and 50% of the building would have a maximum of 59 feet. And again, those are maximums, so the idea is to make some modifications to the roof lines. It's about 229 units in the 4- and 5-story building on a lower elevation. The other thing to understand is that this site is lower. It's both lower than Oracle Road, and it's also lower than the nearest adjacent home to the west, which is in Catalina Vista. Catalina Shadows. The nearest adjacent home to the west is 22 feet above, and it's over 1,700 feet away from the edge of the Oro Valley Village Center. This is showing you there's parking in the middle of the project. This is at the ground floor. And there will be some lobby and sales, and there may be some opportunities for some retail as well on that first floor. Go ahead. Continues the parking in the middle up to the second floor, and then the apartments around. Go ahead. And then the third and fourth floor. Third floor is where the pool and the courtyard will be, and I'll show you a picture of that in just a minute. And so this is where you'll see this is all fourth floor. So this is at the 49 feet, and then go ahead. Right. This is it has to be less than 50% of the building that could come up to the 59 feet to add that fifth story on a portion of the building. Go ahead. So this is the 4-story area. Again, these heights are between 43 and 49 feet. As staff indicated, the current heights on this project and under the existing PAD is 39 feet, but it does allow 10 feet for architecture. So what used to be the Dick's Sporting Goods is a good example of the 49 feet. So this 4-story area is at a similar height at that 49 feet for the 4-story. And you can see the roof variation. Again, it's not 49 feet straight across. Go ahead. This is the space within the building amenity that I indicated I would show you, catering to young professionals, active retirees, offering a full array of amenities. There'll be clubhouse, fitness, and this pool area. Go ahead. And then this is the area that shows the 5-story, predominantly 59 feet. But again, you can see the variation in the roof line, and it's only 50% of the building that's permitted to be that high, and adds to the architectural variation. Just to point out again, we lowered the height by over 20 feet in working with staff, and so no longer proposing some of those 5-story areas to be higher than the 75 feet. These two slides are kind of like the others on the Tangerine, where they're not visual perspectives. They're to highlight the architecture and the quality of the materials. I'm going to show you the view sheds in just a minute. Go ahead. This just gives you a sense of some of the other areas within Arizona and outside that have been activated, kind of combining all of the retail as well as residential in a single development. Go ahead. So let me talk you through the view sheds. Again, these are all from Catalina Shadows. The views that show the Oracle Road apartments are 1 and 2, which are at the end of Palisades. We'll go through in a minute. 4 at the end of Polestar Place. It turns out the view shed 3 doesn't bring in the Oracle Road apartments. And then 5, 7, and 8. So 5 is at the end of Ganymede Drive, and then 7 and 8 are at the end of Terrestrial Place. Go ahead. So this is the end of Palisades, looking out towards the project. Go ahead, currently. And then you can see in the middle area, this is the area where those apartments would be. Go ahead to the next one. This is also from Palisades, but a slightly different vantage point. Go ahead. And you can see the apartments there in between the two trees. Go ahead. This is the end of Polestar. This is the one that will show the apartments. Go ahead. And you can see them through the trees as well in that area at the kind of base of the mountain. Go ahead. This is at the end of Ganymede. This is the existing. Go ahead. And this is you can see it at the base of Push Ridge in that area. Go ahead. This is the end of Terrestrial. Go ahead. You can see it over on the left-hand side by those trees next to the cactus. Go ahead. And this is existing. This is one of those areas where it was hard to maneuver through the trees from this vantage point. Go ahead. You can see it over on the left-hand side of the trees in that area.